If you are over 60, there is something you need to understand urgently, something that may be happening in your body right now without you even realizing it, and that may be silently stealing your strength, your balance, and your independence, because poor leg circulation is not just a discomfort, it is one of the most dangerous and underestimated conditions at this stage of life, and the most concerning part is that it rarely shows clear signs in the beginning, causing many people to only notice it when the problem is already advanced. Over decades of clinical studies in medical practice, specialists have observed a very concerning pattern: people who begin to feel heavy legs, cold feet, swelling, or cramps, but ignore these signs thinking they are just part of aging, when in reality these symptoms may indicate that circulation has been declining silently for years. And there is something that even surprised experienced researchers, something that goes against what most people believe: walking, although healthy, does not effectively activate the deep circulation channels that deliver oxygen to the muscles, meaning you can walk every day and still have poor circulation. When circulation begins to fail, the body goes through changes that are often not immediately noticeable. Arteries become less responsive, pressure weakens, and the smallest vessels begin to shut down, which is exactly why the first signs are often tingling, numbness, or cold feet, symptoms that are frequently ignored. But here is the most important part: when specific targeted exercises are applied, the results can be remarkable. Blood flow can increase within minutes, swelling can reduce within days, and people who struggle to walk begin to regain stability and confidence. And this is not just perception. Sensors and tests show that blood actually begins to flow more efficiently, reaching areas that were previously inactive, which explains why many people report a warm or tingling sensation in their legs after exercising, which is actually a positive sign that blood is flowing again. And today you will learn 5 expert-approved exercises that can completely transform circulation in your legs, but I need you to stay until the end, because the second exercise is so powerful that it can reactivate deep vessels responsible for strength and muscle recovery. And before we begin, I want you to ask yourself something simple: how do your legs feel today? Do you feel heaviness, swelling, coldness, or fatigue when walking? Because the answer to that question can reveal far more about your health than you might think. Now get ready, because the first exercise may seem simple, but when done correctly, it activates circulation in a way most people have never experienced, and that is exactly why it will be the starting point of this transformation. Now we're going into the first exercise, and I want you to pay close attention, because it may seem simple at first, but when done correctly, it becomes one of the most powerful tools to improve circulation in your legs, and this is because your calf muscles act like a second heart. Yes, that's right, the calf is known in medicine as the peripheral heart, because every time you contract this muscle, you are literally pushing blood upward against gravity, helping it return to the heart, and when this mechanism doesn't work properly, blood begins to pool in the legs. And that is exactly why so many people feel heavy legs, swelling at the end of the day, or constant fatigue, because the system that should pump the blood is weak or underused. Now here's the secret that changes everything: it's not just about rising onto your toes, it's how you do it, because there is a technique called progressive hold that can dramatically increase the effect of this exercise on circulation. To perform it correctly, stand with your feet hip-width apart, distribute your weight evenly, and slowly rise onto your toes counting to 3, at the top hold for 2 seconds while squeezing your calf muscles as if you were pressing something between them. Now lower yourself slowly, also counting to 3, and here's a crucial detail: do not fully relax at the bottom, keep slight tension, because this keeps the blood moving continuously. And it is exactly this control that creates a powerful effect. You begin generating pressure within your vessels that forces blood to circulate more efficiently, reaching areas that were previously stagnant. Now comes the most important part of this technique: progression. Each week you increase the hold time at the top, starting with 2 seconds and working up to 10 seconds, and this creates something called metabolic stress, which helps your body build new blood vessels. This means you are not just improving circulation, you are literally creating new pathways for blood to flow, which is extremely powerful for those with poor circulation. Start with 3 sets of 15 repetitions, twice a day, once in the morning to activate circulation and once in the evening to prevent blood pooling, and the best part is that you can do it anywhere: at home, in line, brushing your teeth, or even while waiting for your coffee. And many people report something very interesting after starting: a warm or tingling sensation in their legs. And this is not discomfort, it is a sign that blood is flowing again into areas that were previously low on oxygen. And if you want to enhance it even further, you can perform it barefoot on a slightly elevated surface like a book or step, increasing range of motion and activating more muscle fibers. Now get ready, because the next exercise will take things even further. working circulation in a completely different way, so stay with me, because what comes next may be even more surprising. Now we reach the second exercise, and this is where things become even more interesting, because this movement doesn't just work one aspect of circulation, it creates a dual action effect, a kind of pump that pushes blood from multiple directions at the same time, which is extremely effective for those who spend long periods sitting. And this is more common than it seems. Many people over 60 spend 8 to 10 hours a day sitting, and this causes blood to pool in the legs, a condition known as venous stasis, which reduces oxygen delivery to tissues and increases the risk of swelling and discomfort. And that is exactly why this exercise is so important, because it simultaneously activates the thigh muscles and the front of the lower leg, creating synchronized pressure that pushes blood back to the heart while pulling fresh blood into the muscles. To perform it correctly, sit in a chair with your back straight, keep your feet flat on the floor, and slowly extend one leg forward while keeping your thigh in contact with the seat, and when you reach full extension, pull your toes back toward your shin with force. This motion of pulling your foot back is called dorsiflexion, and it activates an often neglected muscle called the tibialis anterior, which plays a key role in circulation and movement control. Now hold this position for 3 seconds, feeling your entire leg active from hip to foot, then lower it slowly while keeping your foot flexed throughout the movement, which maintains constant pressure on your blood vessels. And here comes a powerful technique called a circulation circuit. You perform 10 repetitions on one leg and immediately switch to the other without rest, creating a continuous pumping flow that significantly accelerates circulation. Repeat this cycle for 4 full rounds, and the result is impressive. Studies show that this type of movement can increase blood flow velocity by over 50%, which is extremely important for those with poor circulation. And besides improving circulation, this exercise strengthens the knee and improves joint stability, meaning you are addressing 2 problems at once: circulation and mobility. And many people report something very interesting after a few days. Their feet start to feel warmer, skin color improves, and swelling reduces significantly, clear signs that blood is circulating properly again. Now get ready, because the next exercise takes circulation to an even deeper level, reaching even the smallest blood vessels in your body, something most exercises cannot do, so stay with me. Now we reach the third exercise, and this is where things become truly powerful, because this movement combines 2 highly effective strategies at the same time: isometric contraction and rhythmic pumping, creating an effect that forces blood to circulate even through the smallest vessels in the body. And what's most interesting is that this type of contraction, where you keep the muscle engaged without movement, can improve circulation and even help reduce blood pressure, something supported by studies in people over 60. Now imagine what happens when you combine this with rapid calf movements. You create a kind of pressure wave in your legs, pushing blood more forcefully through your vessels and reaching areas that were previously low on oxygen. To perform it correctly, place your back against a wall and slide down until your knees form about a 90-degree angle, as if you were sitting in the air. Keep your feet aligned and your knees directly above your ankles. Now that you're in this position, which already activates your muscles significantly, begin performing small heel raises, going up and down quickly, about 2 times per second, creating a continuous pulsing motion. This movement creates a highly efficient pumping sequence. While your thigh muscles compress larger vessels, your calves create pulses that push blood in waves, dramatically improving flow. Start with 20 seconds in this position and gradually increase to 60 seconds, and you'll notice something impressive. Your body adapts quickly, your endurance improves, and the sensation in your legs changes completely. And there is a detail that enhances this exercise even more: breathing. Taking deep breaths during the movement increases the oxygenation of the blood being pumped, further improving the effect. If it feels too difficult at first, you can reduce the knee angle or use a ball behind your back for support, but the key is consistency, because results come quickly when this exercise is done correctly. Many people report an immediate feeling of lightness in their legs after this exercise, as if blood is flowing more freely, and this sensation can last for hours. Now get ready, because the next exercise may be the most surprising of all. It uses gravity to your advantage and activates circulation in a completely different way, so stay with me. Now we reach one of the most impressive exercises of all, something many people underestimate, but that can literally reactivate areas of your legs that had poor circulation, and this happens because this movement uses a powerful principle: reducing the effect of gravity. When you are standing or sitting, your circulatory system constantly fights gravity to push blood back to your heart, but when you lie down and elevate your legs, that resistance almost disappears, allowing blood to flow much more easily. And when you combine this position with a cycling motion in the air, you create a powerful effect, because not only does it improve flow, but it also activates all the muscles in your legs, creating continuous pumping that distributes blood throughout the entire region. To perform it correctly, lie down on a comfortable surface, raise your legs to a 90-degree angle at your hips and knees, as if you were sitting in the air, and keep your lower back pressed against the floor to protect your spine. Now begin a cycling motion as if you were riding a bicycle, but here's the key that changes everything. You will alternate between two speeds, 30 seconds pedaling slowly with full control and 15 seconds pedaling as fast as you can. This alternation creates pressure waves inside your blood vessels, dramatically improving circulation, and during the slow phase, you should imagine pedaling against heavy resistance, contracting your muscles intensely. During the fast phase, the goal is to generate speed and power, creating turbulent flow that helps clear small blockages in your vessels, as if you were literally unclogging your circulation. Perform this exercise for about 3 to 5 minutes, and you will notice something impressive. Your legs feel lighter, warmer, and much more energized, as if they have been reactivated. And the best part is that this exercise creates zero impact on your joints, which means it can be done even by those with knee or hip pain, making it a great option for almost anyone. Many people report significant improvement within just a few days, reduced swelling, better circulation, and even relief from conditions like restless legs, showing just how effective this exercise can be. Now get ready, because the final exercise is considered the most powerful of all, capable of dramatically improving circulation and even reversing years of issues, so stay with me. Now we reach the most powerful exercise of all, the one that can literally transform circulation in your legs within weeks, something so effective that even experts were surprised by the results, and this happens because this movement works your body in a completely different way than anything you've done before. Walking backward may seem simple, but it activates muscles that are rarely used in normal walking, creating new movement patterns and stimulating circulation in a deep and intense way. And there is an even more important detail: when you walk backward, your muscles work in a different sequence, requiring more control, more balance, and more activation, which forces your body to increase blood flow to meet that demand. Now let's go into proper execution. Find a safe space like a hallway or open area, keep your body upright, your core engaged, and begin stepping backward, touching the ground first with your toes and then lowering your heel. Take 20 controlled backward steps while maintaining rhythm and posture, then stop and perform 5 forward bends reaching toward your toes. Even if you can't touch them, this movement creates a strong surge of blood into your legs. This cycle is extremely powerful, because while backward walking activates muscles and creates pressure in the vessels, the forward bend uses gravity to increase blood flow even more, creating a cleansing and renewal effect. Repeat this process for 5 full rounds, and you will feel something almost immediate. Your legs become warmer, lighter, and filled with a sense of energy that many describe as feeling years younger. And here's something impressive: walking backward can require up to 30% more energy than walking forward, which means your body must significantly increase circulation to meet this demand. In addition, this exercise improves balance, activates the brain, enhances coordination, and strengthens muscles that are usually not used, making it one of the most complete exercises you can do. And if you have difficulty at first, you can do it near a wall or with support. The key is to start safely and progress gradually, because results come quickly with consistency. And now that you know the 5 most powerful exercises to improve circulation in your legs, there is something even more important that will determine your results, and that is consistency. So stay with me in the next section. Now we reach a very important point, because many people start doing the exercises, follow the routine, but don't know how to recognize if they are actually improving, and this causes them to lose motivation, when in reality the body is already responding, just in subtle ways. The first sign you should look for is the sensation in your legs. If you used to feel heaviness, fatigue, or a stuck feeling, you may start to notice a sense of lightness, as if movement is becoming easier. The second sign is an increase in temperature. Your feet may start to feel warmer, and this is a great indicator that blood is reaching your extremities more effectively. Another very important sign is a change in skin color. Many people notice that their feet stop appearing pale or bluish and start to look healthier and more pink. The fourth sign is reduced swelling, especially at the end of the day, where there used to be fluid retention. Now you begin to notice less volume in your legs and ankles. And there is a sign that many people find surprising: the reduction of tingling or numbness, which indicates that small blood vessels are starting to function properly again. Another extremely important point is improved endurance. You begin to walk longer without fatigue, stand for longer periods, and notice that your legs respond better to effort. And perhaps one of the most valuable signs is the return of confidence. You begin to feel safer when walking, less worried about falling, and more free to move. And when these signs start to appear, even if small, they create a powerful effect. You feel better, continue exercising, and enter a positive cycle of continuous improvement. Now I want you to understand something very important. Don't expect drastic changes overnight. Observe the small improvements, because they are what build big results. And if you continue applying these exercises consistently, these signs will become more and more evident, showing that your circulation is truly improving. And in the next part, we will close everything with the most important point of all, how to make sure you keep going and don't fall back, so stay with me. Now we've reached the most important point of all, because it doesn't matter how much you've learned so far, it doesn't matter how much this information made sense, if you don't take action from this moment on, nothing changes, and that is the difference between those who just listen and those who truly transform their bodies. And I want to suggest something very simple. Don't wait for the perfect moment, don't wait to feel motivated, don't wait until you have more time. Start today, with just a few minutes, even with a single exercise if necessary, because the most important thing is not doing everything, it's starting. Because when you start, something changes inside you, you move from thinking to acting, and that small shift is what begins the entire transformation process. And maybe there is a doubt inside you right now, that voice saying it might not work, that it might be too late, or that you won't be able to keep going, but let me tell you something very clearly, that doubt does not mean inability, it simply means a lack of consistency so far. Because your body still responds, it still adapts, and it can still improve, as long as you provide the right stimulus consistently, and that is exactly what these exercises do. Now imagine yourself a few weeks from now, with lighter legs, less swelling, more confidence when walking, better balance, and greater stability. This is not something far away, it is a direct result of what you start today. And over the months, the impact is even greater. You preserve your independence, reduce the risk of falls, improve your quality of life, and gain something many people only value when they lose it, the freedom to move. So make a simple commitment to yourself, start today, maintain it tomorrow, and continue after that, because that is what creates real results, consistency. And if this content made sense to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, because sometimes a simple piece of information can prevent a serious problem in the future. And always remember this, aging does not mean losing mobility, it simply means you need to act more intelligently, and now you know exactly how to do it.